Whenever I used to type that in the Talking Buddy thing, it used to always pronounce it liver stream. It didn't like the word live stream, apparently. And every time I type the word love in, it auto-corrects it to live on my phones, which is annoying. So I put, oh, I love kittens, and it'll put, I live kittens, and it's like, you idiot! Anyway, so this is what I look like. This is my makeup. I didn't do this to go out today, I just did the eyeliner. But I figured when I got back, I would do this pink and purple look because I saw somebody else do this on a YouTube video. I follow this particular YouTuber called Danielle Kirsty, who does, basically she reads true crime documentary story things while she does her makeup. And the one I watched last night was whereby she did a pink and purple look, which was very nice. Hers was of course more bold than mine because for some reason I can't get my makeup as bold as other people do it. I don't know why. But then again, I don't really suit like dead bold makeup anyway. Whenever I do like a really dark, bold look, I just look horrible. I just like a drag queen or something. So I don't really like, I think it just looks too harsh. On me personally, I just don't suit it. So I think this is right because it's just like kind of fadey. But you can still, I suppose, tell a little bit. It's more subtle though. Go away. I'm sick of tripping over things. Or standing on things. It's really annoying. So for all of you who think this is a lovely derelict place, derelict woods or whatever, check it out. I've started cutting the grass and shit. As I don't have a lawnmower anymore, I just cut it with the hedge cutters. And now we've got, it's called a trimmer, but it's like a strimmer. But it's a small one. A handheld, very, very lightweight, very small, wireless one. It should be really easy to use. But it started raining lately, so I've not been able to use it. But that's the result of me chopping. It was just like a little path with a load of long grass at either side of it, but now it's kind of a bit spacious now. It's a lot of hard work and it makes me go all shaky afterwards, even doing it a little bit. But maybe we could use it now, but I really can't be bothered because I want to make this video. It's kind of, it was raining last night, but it seems to have dried up already, so I think it'd be safe to use it. I don't really know. I might just wait until, you know, it stopped raining for a few days. I know some people deliberately wait until it's rained and then cut the grass. I don't get that at all, because the people who do that always have brown lawns. Hey, I miss you too, Issa. I think my mum's asleep, so we'll get her to do this. My RoboCam is working, by the way, today, so let's get that on. I'll show you my outfit properly now. Just gonna like walk around and show you my outfit a bit first before we get into the main subject. It's okay, I mean, the last couple of live streams I did without you have been kind of boring. Because other people don't really talk that much for some reason. They just lurk and just watch. Like a creepy stalker. Or people are just spying on me to try and, like, find out about all my faults so that they can moan about me afterwards. Moan about me afterwards. You know, everybody's trying to peg me as a bad person. It's typical, isn't it? Now today I've got this on. Today. So I haven't been wearing it and I feel bad about that because I'm supposed to be wearing this all the time. Ruffles white shirt. It's great, isn't it? It's nice and fluffy, ruffly white shirt. It's my favourite outfit, this one. Along with the other one, with the new one that my mum bought me for Christmas. The other ruffled shirt with the waistcoat and shorts. Did I do a live stream with that outfit? I don't think I can't remember. I might have done. That one didn't seem to be very popular, that outfit, though, because nobody complimented me when I wore that outfit. I only got one compliment for this outfit today when I went out. Sad. Isn't it cute? It kind of looks a little bit like scrapped from Ice Age. I don't know, it kind of gives me that vibe because it's got the long nose. I've got a scrap figurine, you know, somewhere. I've lost it, but I have got a scrap figurine somewhere. I love it to bits, but I've lost it, so I'm so sad. Yeah, it was like a proper one. It was like a proper figurine, like a collector's one. It was really nice. Anyway, so this is for protection and good luck. It's supposed to, because of this bit and the black, it's called black something, but I don't know what it's called exactly. But it's supposed to, like, it's supposed to attract good energy to you and bring sort of good fortune to you and everything. In its little instructions that it came with, it only said about protection. But I just know from, do you remember the bracelets? They had like these black bracelets with like gold in, and it has like this little dragon that they called something. What was it called now? It's forgotten. It's spelt a certain way, but it's pronounced a different way, like Pee-wee or something. It's not that, but it's kind of like it's pronounced something like that. It's weird. It's got loads of U's in it, but it's pronounced E, like Pee-wee. I don't know. And I have this. It's always advertised, and I actually have this bracelet. My mum has had it for years. And it's supposed to ward off bad energy, and it's supposed to bring like good luck and energy to you, and also protection. And I remember telling my mum, like, can I have this? I asked my mum if I could have it because it's hers, but she never wears it. So I said, can I have it to see if it works for me? And she said, yes, I can. But after a while of wearing it, I found it kind of annoying. I find bracelets annoying because they always come to about here, and they're all loose. So they end up just, I don't know, it's just really, really annoying, and they get caught and everything. So I said it's a shame there isn't like a necklace version of it, because I would always wear a necklace. So I guess she found this one, and this is supposed to be the same thing, like as the bracelet. Because as you can see, it's got like the black beads and everything, and then it's got this bit that it has on the bracelet. So it's really good, isn't it? But it's, yeah, it's still. But I actually just find wearing jewelry in general kind of annoying all of the time. So I only wear my jewelry when I go out. I don't really wear it around the house. Like it just, when I'm just like lounging around the house, I like to be comfy. So my mum used to wear all her jewelry all the time. She still does. She used to have like millions of necklaces and millions of bracelets on. And I thought, how can you stand it? She even slept in them and everything. I couldn't do that. I get caught and things. They just feel annoying. I don't know. I just can't do it. So I just wear it when I'm all dressed up, going out and stuff. My bunchy tail today. I've got loads of necklaces and bracelets and stuff. I really like them so much, but sometimes I forget to wear them. I try and alternate, so I always wear them all at some point. Yeah, it's like I don't understand, Issa, how people can like wear their clothes around the house like the whole day and everything to lounge around and stuff. I know people who just like in the evening they'll just sit and watch telly and still wearing like jeans and stuff. I think, how can you do that? That's not comfy. That's restrictive and stuff. I don't know. It's just, I find it uncomfortable. I don't know how people can do it. Apparently, people, especially men, seem to be able to do it. I don't know why. I'm gonna drink my own blood now. Saliva heals, you see. So, let's educate the masses then. So it's not weird. I lick my wounds because it heals. Saliva heals, if you didn't know. Yes, saliva heals. I think that people don't know, even when they're quite old. It's like I knew these things when I was little. Here's something. So here's something that people don't know. And I remember a time when I didn't know this. So since I've been telling people that I'm trans male, a lot of people assume that I am male who has transitioned to female. So I was born male and transitioned to female. That's not the case. Trans male means you are biologically female and you are identifying as male or transitioning to male. meaning you're having the operations and the testosterone shots and all that stuff. But apparently that's transsexual. So when you've had the operation, which makes no sense because as far as I'm concerned, sexuality is to do with the people that you want to be in a relationship with, the people you're attracted to. So a transsexual to me is somebody who is attracted to trans people. That would make more sense. But apparently that's not the case, and I might have it wrong. So forgive me if I have it wrong. But I've been told that transsexual is where you've transitioned, you've gone through the transition. So you were born female, but you've had the operations and you're now properly male. Or you're male and now you've had the operations and now you're female. Apparently that's transsexual. Transgender is where you still are the sex that you were born as, but you identify as the opposite. That's transgender. So when people say trans male, they were born female and they identify as male, but they have not gone through the transition. And somebody actually argued with me about this. Someone who knows nothing about it, because they're just a normal cisgendered male. They're not a normal person, if you will, you know. So in their mind they're normal. In their mind they think they know, but they don't know all this stuff. And they were like, well, you say what you mean then, say the full thing, don't say trans, say transgender then. And it's like, but people say trans, it's just short for people who, trans male, like I say, is they were born female and they're identifying as male, but they've not had the transition. Ugh. If I did, I probably would tell them that. I find it all annoying. If I'd had the surgery and everything, I would just not tell people. I would just say I wouldn't say anything. They could see I'm male. Like I've had the operation and everything. I look male. You know, I sound male, so on and so forth. I wouldn't say anything. I wouldn't announce to the world, oh, by the way, I'm trans male. I was a female, but now I'm a male. I wouldn't advertise that. I would just live as a male. And I wouldn't say anything. People would just assume that, and I would be happy with that. See, I've always thought that when I was younger, I used to not want to do that. When I was a child, when I first discovered I was known as transgender, I didn't want to be known as I'm female but I want to be male. I just wanted to be known as male. And I never used to get people who would tell everybody, oh, I'm female but I want to be male. Obviously you have to do that in real life because, you know, they know you as female, so you have to explain it all. Thanks to my mum, of course. I did what's the word I'm looking for? You know, I did pass as male when I was a child, and I had my hair short, and I used to dress as a boy. I could pass as male because my voice was very androgynous, and I looked, I guess, androgynous, which means that you can look like either male or female. And kids can look like either because they've not got the boobs yet and everything. You know, they haven't got the shape, they all look the same, and the only thing that makes them look either male or female is the clothes and the hair, and makeup if they may wear makeup. So, you know, obviously if a little boy has long hair and wears a dress, it looks like a little girl, so it's easier for children to pass as the gender that they want to be. But when you're a grown-up like me, it's harder to pass. So a lot of people do, even when I'm dressed in my suit and everything and no makeup, people do still see a female. Just because I'm short and I have boobs and I guess I look female in the face and the hair's long. So people do just call me she and, oh, this girl or this lady or whatever, and it really pisses me off because I mean, I don't blame them obviously because I look, you know, like this. So, and I do tell people, but even after I tell people, you know, they still call me female stuff, so that's kind of annoying. I'm just gonna look at the things. So when I could pass as a male as a kid, my mum used to give it away that I was a girl. So then if people would ask me loads of questions and I had to try and explain to them that I am female but I want to be male, but I couldn't tell them exactly what it was. They just thought tomboy, and I said, no, I'm not a tomboy, that's different. Like, I knew that it was different because I knew that tomboys were just girls who dressed like boys, but they still identified as girls. You know, they didn't want to be male, they just dressed like male and they just like, you know, they still usually had long hair and they just like doing boy things, but they didn't identify as boys. They still identified as girls. Like even that, the daughter from one of the neighbours, she looks like a boy. She's got the short hair and she dresses like a boy and she does all boy stuff like sports and everything. But she actually said that she was a girl to her dad. Obviously her dad knows, but it's like, I guess he was treating her like a boy. It kind of, I don't know, it annoys me sometimes because it's like, if somebody looks like that, like if somebody looks like a male, it's kind of easy to assume that they want to identify as male. It's kind of shit that you have to tell people. You have to remind people of what you identify as. I think there should be some kind of dress code thing so that people can, what's the word? You know, so that other people around them know what they want to be. So it's like, if you dress like a male and you have short hair, but you're obviously female because you've got boobs and you've got the softer features and everything, but you're dressed up like a boy, then it means you obviously want to be a boy. You know, it's kind of like obvious. But that's not the case though, because I guess a lot of girls dress like boyish, so it's hard. So you end up having to explain shit. So that's a bit of a pain in the butt. And it's hard when lesbians do it, because lesbians do it, don't they? So they don't identify as male. They are lesbians, and they are women, but they dress manly. And they still go by female pronouns and stuff. That's kind of confusing to me. So as far as I'm concerned, if you dress like a boy and you have short hair, that's what you want to identify as. And it's hard for people who do actually want to identify as male and come across that way to the world. But of course other people don't know that and they will just play it safe and still identify you as a girl. If it's obvious to them, like you've got big boobs or whatever, and you know, it's like obvious. Because there are some people I will admit I can't tell. And then maybe if I get close to them I can kind of tell. So it'd be cool if I was like that, but I guess it's just too obvious to people I'm a girl. Kind of sucks. I guess I'd have to use testosterone at this point. And I'm kind of scared to use testosterone, I don't know. Like if it shortens your life and makes you go bald, I'd hate that. Oh, and of course, growing lots of hair in other places, like, you know, beard and stuff, that's not going to be good for me because I got eczema. So, you know, I mean, I do actually have a beard right here. I have shaved it, so you can't see it now. But I do have hairs that grow here, and they do irritate the crap out of me. Everybody wanted to do this to my chin because I was like, oh. You know, if I had a boyfriend who did that, like George did. George used to do that. But back then I didn't have that. Kind of embarrassing. So even if I shave, you can still feel it, like stubble. It's not very good. Obviously I don't mind now if I'm identifying as male. But if I went on testosterone and it grew all over, it would be really irritating. I wonder how blokes with eczema on the face like stand shaving, because the shaving cream and everything's going to be irritating. Because of course they all have perfumes in them and they have to shave the same. So it's just going to make it's going to make my face worse, I don't know. But then again, what if I get pumped with testosterone and my eczema clears up? Because in lots of cases it's always men or boys whose eczema clears up really fast, as in, so they might have it as a child, but then when they turn like 12 or whatever and their hormones start to kick in, their manly hormones, the eczema calms down and goes away. Whereas girls can have it for fecking years, like their whole lives even. And people used to tell me, oh, well, you know, such and such a body's eczema cleared up when they were this age or that age, like a bit later in life, but it was always like milestone ages, like I guess 12 or 13, 16, 18, 21, 25. And I suppose after 25 I gave up. I thought, oh, it's not gonna clear up, I guess I'm stuck with it for life then. My eczema's just that stubborn. Of course, it probably would clear up if I didn't have... Got quiet. Ooh. Didn't have mold and damp and rats and stuff. Yeah, it is confirmed. We definitely have a rat again. I've seen it with my own eyes. My mum did not believe me that we had a rat. I kept telling her I could hear noises. There was evidence of a rat. But she did not believe me. But now I've told her I've seen it with my own eyes. She finally believes me. And she's like, why haven't you done anything about it? And I said, well, it's kind of hard to do anything about it when we've got all this bird stuff in the vestibule. And 2 of the tubs don't have lids. As for the food in the cupboards, I can't really do anything about that except buying a bunch of boxes, which, by the way, they can chew through. Even these supposed rat-proof boxes, they can chew through. It's only plastic. They can chew through plastic dead easy. In fact, that's why 2 of those rat-proof boxes that we put all the bird food in, the wild bird food in, has no lids because they've chewed through the hinges of the lids. Because of the boxes, the containers with, you know, flippy lids that go up and down. So they have hinges. They've chewed right through the hinges because they're only plastic and they were so determined. I mean, they've even chewed through those, you know, those supposed, like, squirrel-proof cages for, like, the suet cakes and everything for the little birds. They've chewed through the bars. The squirrels probably, not the rats, but something has chewed through them. They can chew through anything. Even all this stuff that's supposed to be like rat-proof for filling in holes, they can chew through it. Even that steel wool, they chew through it. They bleed, but they don't seem to care. They just chew through it. Well, they don't chew it, but, you know, they drag it out so that it's not in the hole anymore, so they can get in. It doesn't stop them at all. Thick metal box is only safe for rats. Yeah, it'd have to be metal or concrete. I've even heard that they can just chew through concrete as well. I'm gonna read your stuff now, sorry guys. Okay, ooh, cute. Scrat is really nice. Yeah, I love Scrat. I wish they had like the female Scrat as well, like a figurine of the female Scrat. You need to find it. I will one of these days. I haven't gotten rid of it, so it should be in the house somewhere. Yes, lazy, definitely. We like big, fat, lazy people, don't we? They're the best. I'm really lazy. I like to be lazy. I mean, I like to walk around, but I don't like to do anything, as you know. Remember that you don't need to explain yourself to other people if you don't want. Thank you very much. No, I don't think I have to. I used to always feel like I had to, but I shouldn't. I don't think I should have to. Children have not like sex characters. That's right. Boss has big moves. No, we don't like that, do we? I'm a male, damn it, and I have a right to be. Yeah, that's what I tell people. That's what I should tell people. I remember when I was skinny as a teenager and I had long hair, people would mistake. Yeah, I saw this big fat man. He had long hair. He was really hot and sexy, but I wasn't sure if it was a man or a woman. But I knew it was a man, really. But at one point, I just wasn't sure. But I thought, oh my god, he's so hot and sexy. And I actually prefer like guys who look kind of feminine-ish. Like, I don't like this. It's weird because I don't actually like men dressing as women or wearing wigs or anything. But I mean, I like men that look kind of girly-ish. So they might have longer hair and softer features and more womanly bodies. But I don't actually like cross-dressers. I mean, they're probably nice people, so I don't actually dislike them as people. I just mean I'm not into it. It's not something that I like the look of, if you know what I mean. It's not my aesthetic. Especially if they look really butch-looking men and they're like dressed and they've got a fecking beard and then they've got like girly clothes on. It looks kind of weird. But I just like feminine-looking, like, young men. I just think they're nice with like smooth skin and everything, nice hair, and they just look like handsome princes or whatever. And I like it when they dress in kind of like maybe crop tops and stuff. I think they've decided, you know, that cheetah from Zootopia or Zootropolis or whatever it's called. You know that big fat cheetah character, the policeman. I think they've decided to make him gay, by the way, because apparently there's this up and coming series of Zootopia where it focuses on a different character each episode, and they had this one of them. It was like a hint type thing where they were going to have this cheetah character who's a guy fall in love with this buffalo character. And I think if it's the same, if it is that same buffalo character that I know of from Zootopia, that's a man. Isn't it like another police officer? Like the buffalo character is a policeman as well, so that's a man. So yeah, I think they're gonna make the cheetah man character gay because he was wearing like a pink crop top and he was like in the arms of this buffalo character. That's gonna be really weird because I've never seen like a children's program with gay characters in, like where they actually have them in a relationship with another of the same sex. So it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be new for me because I grew up when, even though I'm trans male and shit, I grew up in the days when everybody was like, everything was heterosexual for children, like children's programs and children's films, especially Disney films. Everything was like heterosexual. So it's gonna be really weird to see the first Disney film or series or whatever with a gay couple. Like if they decide to make Elsa gay and have a female love interest, that's going to be so weird to me. And all I'm going to think of is going to be like, this is porn. And you know who's going to be the main audience for, if, you know, they make a film with Elsa being gay and kissing another woman? It's going to be horny grown-up men. Because men are for some reason into lesbians doing stuff, so I don't think kids are going to be the main audience. Or even LGBT people. I think it's just going to be horny men looking for lesbian porn. Sorry, but that's what it strikes me as. I mean, if they had a friendship, I suppose, and just implied that they were gay, like that they were together, then I suppose that would be okay, but having like Elsa kissing a fucking girl, it's just gonna be porn, I'm sorry. I mean, I see like Disney princesses kissing a prince. I never thought anything of it as a kid growing up. I thought that's what men and women do, they kiss. But if I see two women doing it, it's gonna be porn. It's gonna be like porn to me. I don't know, it's just gonna be a bit uncomfortable and it's gonna be a bit weird for me. It's gonna be like this porn in a children's program. Sorry, but that's just me. I grew up in the era where people were straight. I mean, even back then, I knew about gay people. I knew it went on, and it was kind of a bit weird to me, but it was like I accepted it. I accepted gay people growing up, and in fact, I liked them. But in TV programs, especially kids programs, it's going to be a bit uncomfy. Again, I saw it on TV growing up as well, but adult TV, not kids TV. It's going to be weird in kids programs. I'm sorry. I don't care what people think, but it's different. It feels like some kind of specialized fetish porn. I'm sorry, but that's what it's going to feel like. Because it was kind of like porn to me growing up. Because like men and being like sexually attracted to lesbian stuff, I find two men kissing and doing stuff together quite sexy as well. I used to think that growing up, I used to think that was quite sexy. So it is going to feel like specialized fetish porn to me. Just because of how most people think about lesbians kissing and how I feel about gay people kissing. It's like porn to me. You would need to be monitored by doctors when using hormones, like regular hormone level checking. Alright. Well, maybe if I could convince her that it's to do with my eczema, I could maybe even tell her that maybe the doctors said that, you know, if I went on male hormones that my eczema might clear up or get better, but just like low levels of testosterone. You know what I mean? And also it would shrink my boobs, that would be great. Maybe I could convince her. But if I say that it's because I want to transition to male, she's not going to be happy about it. Because she thinks people like that are just weird. I don't blame her. Again, she grew up in a different era when people were the sex that they were born as and people were straight. So, not a gain rat problem. Yup. Yeah, Mum has that no-kill policy. Thick metal box. Yes, concrete. Oh, hello, Thomas. He might have gone by now. Can also be chewed through by rats. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Parents need to explain that to kids if they put that on TV show. Maybe try a small dose of testosterone for Kinscare. Yeah, like I said. So maybe I could convince my mum. The only problem with that is that my bum will probably shrink even more. That's what I've heard. I've heard that testosterone will just like shrink my bum, my thighs, and my hips. That's what the article said that I read. I think I I read an article about it. I tried searching for it. That was weird. What was that? You see that flash? Whoa, what was that? That was scary. Anyway, so I tried searching for like side effects or benefits of taking testosterone. Of course, it just came up with like men taking more testosterone. So I had to search specifically for women taking testosterone to transition to male. I don't know what I typed in because that's quite a mouthful, but I typed it in. Whatever I typed in, it finally came up with, you know, so yeah, it said it would and thighs in particular and hips, make them narrower. So obviously I don't want that because my hips, ass and thighs are already small. I don't want them any smaller than they are. But it didn't say anything about shrinking boobs. But somebody told me that it would do. It would shrink them. So I don't know. Like, it needs to be worth me taking it. Like, you know, I have to know that it's definitely worth me taking it. That it is going to be beneficial to me. Apparently it can be reversed though. That's, I would still go bald. So that's not reversible. If I took testosterone and then it was proven that it's not for me, yes, I could, I suppose, stop taking it and everything would go back to normal, except the hair loss. The hair loss would still stick around. And one other thing, but I can't remember what the other thing was. So that's not good. Obviously, I don't really want hair loss. And that definitely runs in the family because Granddad was bald like most of his life. And my dad got bald in his older age, so he started just shaving his head because he didn't want to have the whole like bit of hair and little like bald patch thing. But even though he looked fine. Granddad and my dad looked fine with just like the bit of hair and like bald at the top. It didn't look horrible, in my opinion. So I don't know why he decided to shave his head. He looked really weird because I've known him to always have thick, black, wavy hair. My dad, he always had thick, black, long, wavy hair. Not like as long as mine, but like, you know, a bit of a length going on, like the wavy. Like, you know how they used to have it in the 90s and early 2000s where they just had like this nice wavy, longish hair. It wasn't long, but it was a nice length. Well, he always had it like that. In fact, it kind of looked like Jeremiah's hairstyle, but black. And it was just like a... Do you remember Rainbow? Like, do you remember this kid's TV show called Rainbow? There's like these three singers, and obviously they were like from the 70s or 80s or whatever. And one of them had this kind of curly-ish black hair that was a certain length. It wasn't like freaking hippie style like the other guy who had like a mullet type thing. But yeah, like, it wasn't really a mullet. I don't know what that hairstyle was called. Remember John? Like that hairstyle. That was terrible. Terrible hairstyle. I don't like that. But the other guy, the guy with the black hair, he had really nice, thick, black, curly hair. Well, that was like my dad's hair. It looked just like that. I've got a picture if you want to see of my dad, not the other guy, but I have found the videos of that other guy now. I found like a playlist of their songs that they used to sing, but not the ones that I remember. Like the Mystery Bag. And the one on the desert island where they wore the like reef things around the neck. Oh, and one of them was a fetish, a fat fetish fuel, you know. One of them that they did, one of the songs that they did was where the guy with the black hair would be sat at a table and the other two were playing as his servants and they served him like lots and lots of food and he gained weight, he got like really fat. That was part of like the fetish fuel for me growing up. You know how there's like a lot of fetish fuel, fat fetish fuel in kids programs and cartoons, remember that? Like Ferdinand from the Tom and Jerry movie. Well, that was one of them. That was one of the fat fetish fuel things that I liked a lot. Just imagine the hottest guy from that group was like the one that they were feeding up. by his request. Testosterone would shrink your butt, thighs, hips and boobs, but if you gained weight it would go straight to your belly, like big fat men belly. Bald spotting head sounds nice. I really liked those cartoons gaining weight when I was a kid. Yeah. So I've been trying to find it, but I can't find it because of course I don't know what the song was called to search for it. I only remember Mystery Bag. That's the only song that I remember from that Rainbow TV series where those 3 singers would sing their little songs. So I can't find my favourite ones, unfortunately. If you want to search for it, go ahead so you can see what I'm talking about, though. Just type in Rainbow sing-along soundtrack. I might even type that in myself to see if it comes up with any other of their songs, but it only came up with one of their songs, which sucked. And all the episodes that I've never seen before, not the ones I've seen, which sucks again. I really lie. Oh no, can you use the Shazam app? I don't know what that is. I'm walking around again, this is not good. By the way, so me and I found this, I was watching this CinemaSins video about a certain film where he's like reviewing the film and criticizing all of its inaccuracies and stuff. And one scene was showing where this guy was holding up this sign saying Jeremiah 11:11 stuff about it. And about, because I'm presuming it references Jeremiah from the Bible. Apparently there's loads of the damn things in the Bible. Jeremiah's loads of the damn things. But I've just consulted all of my Bibles last night and I can't find, there's no Jeremiah's in it. I don't know where people get that there's Jeremiah's in the Bible because I've looked through my 2 Bibles that I've got and there's no Jeremiah's. There's loads of Luke's and James's and John's and Corinthians and some other names that I've never heard of before, but there's no Jeremiah's in there. So I don't know, unless the Jeremiah's in it are just somewhere hidden. They're not really in the main titles of the Bible things. So there. Yeah, I don't have the music though, so I couldn't have it listen to it. That's the problem. I could just go do. I could hum it. Like, can you hum it? Jeremiah gaining weight is really hot. I should do more of that. Guess what app I do have though? I have an app called Fet. And remember how I said it was hard, like dating as a trans male that's not transitioned, because like who do you target yourself to? Like do you go with lesbians, straight women, gay men, straight men? Like who would be into you as a trans male that hasn't transitioned and has no real intention of doing so apart from taking testosterone? Because that's all I'm into doing, really. For my penis, I will just use a strap-on. I do not want to have any unnecessary surgery, I'm afraid, because I'm chicken. I'm chicken. Yeah. Only if I have a health problem which requires me to have surgery will I have surgery. Cosmetic surgery is a bit risky, isn't it? You know, if you don't have a health problem that requires it or whatever. Like your nose is like Elephant Man style and you're like, oh, I must have it done, you know, that's fine. But, you know, if it looks fine and you just want to have it done for vanity, then it's like, what's the point? You know, you look fine, you don't have any health problems, like, why do you want to risk having surgery that could be botched? So I won't do it. It's my personal opinion. I don't judge anyone who does because, you know, it's their decision. And I have considered having cosmetic surgery before. I always wanted a nose job because I didn't really like my nose very much. And surgery on my eye because I don't like how droopy this one is. But I've learnt to live with both. Because it's not really that bad. And of course the only other surgery I'd consider is making my boobs smaller, so breast reduction or whatever. I will draw lots of pictures of Jeremiah gaining weight. Ah, well. So, on FET, I apparently already had this app a long time ago, but it changed its name and it changed its design, so I didn't know. So I downloaded it again, thinking it was a new app that I hadn't tried. But it turns out I already have an account on it. But, you know, great. But it said I'm a man on it. Now, even though in my pictures you can see I'm not a man, I will admit nobody was interested. Nobody has messaged me on this app. I had to do all the messaging first, and a lot of them would block me, and it has this feature. It has this feature where you can actually say, this kinkster is not interested, and it blocks you as well, sending you that message. And I got a lot of those, which sucks. So I decided that, okay, I'm getting frustrated with this, so I'm going to change my gender back to female. Just as like an experiment. It's not me saying, oh well, I'm just giving up on being trans male, I'm going to be female again. It's not that. It's just to experiment, to see if I would get more attention if I put that I was a woman, and also my pictures being sort of feminine. So it's like, oh, let's do it. So yeah, people, I have got more messages, and that's sad. It's sad that as a trans male I would not have any interest. So if I want to be and identify as the gender I want to identify with, I would just not be popular at all, and nobody wants to bother with me. That is really sad. But I know of lots of trans female to males that get a lot of attention. You know, they've got a partner, they support them, they accept them. But not me. Apparently I don't get any attention or any interest from dating partners or even friends. Actually comment because I love getting comments. Nice ones, of course. I'll beat you up if you give me bad ones. Beat you up. Or do a hit on you. Right, Issa, we'll do a hit on you. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to do a message. I wanted to give a message to people who thought I was complaining on my previous live streams or videos. But a lot of people would say, like, oh, well, if you don't like the way people treat you, then stop dressing like that and stop whatever. And it's like, no, I'm not really... Yeah, I'm kind of ranting, but I'm kind of also just, like, telling my story. I'm not saying I want really a solution. I mean, I do want a solution, but not that. Not stopping being me, just to please everyone else. But it's mainly to help other people understand that, oh yeah, I'm going through this. Just in case they're also going through the same thing as me, or a similar thing. That they're not alone, I suppose. Because people do say that if you, like, highlight your problems and stuff like that, you're just gonna get, like, a lot of hate or a lot of, like, trolls and stuff. Who will just deliberately highlight whatever it is that you're complaining about and make it worse or whatever. And yeah, that does happen. I've noticed. People like to kick you when you're down. You can't just sort of, you know, talk about your problems and your insecurities and just get sympathy like you want, and people just be nice to you. No, people have got to just, like, be abusive. That's all it is. It's like abusive. Everyone is complaining about bullies and abusive people. Well, these people are like that. They pick on your insecurities and your problems, the things that you find a problem, and they just like to highlight it and make it worse.
It's like, why? That is not progressive. Like, all these people are going on about enlightenment and progression, and that the world is becoming a more accepting and tolerable place. No, it isn't. We still have bullies and abusive people in the world. That is not progression. It's just different to how it used to be in the olden days. It's just different. It's not better. It's not better. We still have bullies. We still have people who criticize you and say you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't dress like a wolf and stuff. What I'm actually doing is I'm highlighting the problems that we still have in the world. So I'm not complaining about my problems like just for sympathy. I'm really just highlighting that we still have these problems, that people like me who are different, you know, for anybody who has this delusion that the world's a better place and everyone's more accepting and more tolerant than they were like in the Dark Ages, no. They're just more tolerant of different things now than it used to be. So everybody's like, the people who used to not be accepted was like witches and gay people back in the Dark Ages, but now they're accepted, like whatever was acceptable back in the Dark Ages, because I'm not really sure, like probably just like nobles. Nobles were the ones who were accepted, and like, you know, anybody different was not, or anybody poor would be, and lowly would just be like lowly and stuff. So they were the people accepted back then. Rich people and nobles, and poor people and gay people and witches were not. But now it's like gay people are accepted, rich people are actually hated now, nobles and royals are hated now because, oh, why should they have all the riches and why should they have bleh, you know, all that shit, whatever that is called, where people have this attitude. And it's now anyone else who's different that is like the witches. So yesterday's witches and gays are now today's like furries. Like today it's furries that are hated. Furries are still hated. Therians are just not known about so much, but would probably still get judged. But witches, I suppose, are more accepted now, and gays are accepted now and stuff. So it's just different now. It's not better as such. It's just, like I say, yesterday it was witches and gay people that were hated, but today it's furries and Therians, and anybody who is different in other ways is not accepted and is ostracized and come out with torches and pitchforks. Just anything that people don't understand that is considered a bit weird, and think, oh, bestiality, they're just into bestiality stuff, or it's like a sexual fetish kink thing. Like, I even explained it once to the kids around here when they found out that I was a furry, and I actually, they had me on Facebook, and I put a Facebook post sort of trying to explain furries and explain that they were not a sexual fetish like everybody thought they were, and they just insisted it was. Like, they just deliberately went against everything I said, because they just want to make everything that I say into something bad. They're refusing to change. They're refusing to accept something that's a bit different. And they all pride themselves on being enlightened and logical and accepting and progressive. But the harsh reality is they're not. They're bullies. They're today's medieval angry mob coming at you with pitchforks and torches. They're just, like I say, they're still in the Dark Ages. Maybe not everywhere, but around here, definitely. But I will say this, as much as everyone thinks that older people are not accepting and they're the ones that are stuck in the past, they're not. They are way more accepting than the young people. I'm telling you. I have only ever gotten nice words from old people about my ears and my tail. They think it's great. They like it. And they even get disappointed if I don't wear my tail and ears. Or at least my ears anyway. I remember the first time I went out wearing a tail, which was many years ago. And I wore it on my side because back then people did used to wear them on their side rather than where the tail would be. And someone did ask me, it was an older person, and they asked me why I was wearing a tail. I probably just said it was a trend, it was just an accessory. But I also like animals, so I'm just like wearing an animal. It's like a style, like dressing kind of like animal-ish. But I think I did tell them I was a Therian. And then they want to know what Therians are, so I explained that a Therian is someone who kind of, like, they feel connected with a wolf or a certain type of animal. And they like to express that by wearing animal accessories, like tails and ears. I mean, that's perfectly acceptable. It's kind of like a religion. It's kind of like a spirituality. When I spoke to those kids that came, they asked me, I suppose, why I wear tails and ears, and they said you, like, identify as a wolf. I didn't know really how to explain it, so I did just say I just do it for fun. I just like wearing tails and ears. I think it looks nice. I just said that. But yeah, it is kind of like identifying as a wolf. But it's not quite the same. I mean, it's like all sort of similar to being transgender, but it's not quite the same. It's more a spiritual thing, but so is transgender. I mean, I suppose a transgender person... Oh, I feel weird. Suddenly feel really weird. I don't know, I feel kind of woozy in the head for a minute there. I just need a drink, that's all. I need water. I'm dehydrated from all the talking. Yeah, it's like... I think the people who are transgender, they feel like they identify as either another gender, another species, or even another person. It's called identity dysphoria or something, or dysmorphia. I'm not sure what it is, but I think it is a spiritual thing. I think it's because they sort of believe that they're supposed to be something else or someone else, because maybe they were that in the past life. Like, I always figured that the reason why I wanted to be male, as I've always felt like I should be male since I was a child, I think the reason for that is because maybe I was a male in a past life and I'm missing the person I used to be in the past life, and I'm just not used to this body and this life, especially back then because I was new. So I hadn't long since been this person, and I just don't like being this person because I was the other person in the past life for longer. Like, I might have lived for 70, 80, 90 years in my past life, so I'm used to being that person. So now this body and this situation is new to me, this era even. So it's kind of like, I don't like this. I don't want to be this. I want to be what I used to be. I'm more used to that. So it could be that, and that's what it could be with other people that feel like they're another gender or another species. Because, like I say, maybe I was a dog or a wolf in a past life. I do feel like I was a dog in a past life for definite, because I do kind of... I really feel strongly about, like, the idea of just being a pet and just living in someone's house, and they're my owner and they treat me like a dog, obviously. And I used to get my mum to do it when I was a child. When I was a young child, I used to get my mum to, like, treat me as a dog, like treat me as the pet dog and stuff, and she did it. She was quite happy. I guess she didn't want to do it permanent. It wasn't really discussed. It just happened where it stopped, I guess. Thirsty. Can be possible. Past life. I like the past life theory. Yeah, me too. Me too. I've been obsessed with, like, reincarnation and past lives ever since I was a young child. The first time I heard about it was when I watched this supernatural episode called, I think it was called Sea of Souls or something, and there was this particular episode where it was about this boy who believed he was somebody else in a past life, and he kept going on about Scotland and how he wanted to go there, and that he was really a girl, and he lived in this white house, and it was like, whoa, like, I felt cold all over. It was like, this feels so, like, magical. I don't know, it feels like magical. And then there was an actual real life documentary about this boy. Again, it was to do with Scotland. It always seems to be about Scotland, and I actually had an obsession with Scotland when I was a kid. And then when I saw that, because I had this obsession first, and then I saw this episode where this guy, I'm going cold now actually, talking about it. But yeah, this boy, he was like, you know, really wanting to go to Scotland because he felt like he was from Scotland in the past life, and I became obsessed with Scotland, and it's like, yeah, it's kind of weird. So yeah, it just turns out I do have actually Scottish blood on Grandad's side, my mum's side and Grandad's side in particular. Yeah, I got a kilt, and I started wearing that all the time as a kid, and that was my first male outfit, wearing a kilt and like a shirt and a tie and a waistcoat and a sporran. I used to wear that all the time as a kid. And I remember if I got mistaken as a girl, I used to go mad, but of course it's like, ugh, people just thought I was wearing a school uniform, a kilt. You like the past life theory. So when I was younger, I did. I was obsessed with the idea that I was a certain person, and I used to describe what I. Because I don't remember. Like, I don't have actual memories. Like, some people have really descriptive, precise memories of it. And they describe it in such great detail that it does turn out to be true. That there was a person like that a long time ago that existed. And they did live in this house that this little boy would describe. And so on and so forth. There's loads, like this little girl, I think it was, she described that she there was two stories that were very accurate, and there's no way this little girl could have known about it, but there's two. One little girl who became an older woman, she reckoned that she was from Egypt, from ancient Egypt, and she actually knew, without learning, she knew hieroglyphics like really well. She'd never learnt it. I must stress this. But she knew hieroglyphics, and she described this place, this temple. Apparently she was some, whatever the Egyptian equivalent of a nun was. Apparently she was a nun in this temple in Egypt. And she described her life perfectly, and it turned out there really was this person that she described that really did exist. But she didn't actually learn about them, she just described it really well. And she knew hieroglyphics really well. And there was this other story about this, again, another little girl who was Indian, who said that she had a son. She was this grown-up man and she had a son, and she described like the place that they lived, and she described the profession of this man and everything. And there's no way she could have known about this real person and family, because it's not like a famous person or family or anything. But they discovered the real family and house and everything, and it turned out that she was like this guy's father in a past life, and they died like just recently, like before she was born. And yeah, she did meet them and tell them, oh, yeah, I think I was that person in my past life. And people like to poo-poo it, to say, oh, it's just a child's wild imagination out of nowhere. It's like, people really like to disprove things, don't they? They really like to disprove everything. It's like, but what if a lot of imagination stuff is to do with them knowing about real stuff that happened in the past? Even if they weren't that person in a past life, maybe they just knew of this person, like psychically. I have read that hypnosis can bring you back in the past life. Yeah, I've heard that too. I'd like to do that. I like to do this hypnosis, and I would really like to find out about my past life if I had one. I do reckon I do. You never know, anything's possible, right? Like, there's so much more in this world that we even know about. It's such a shame about these people, isn't it? These ignorant people who are just... like, they just insist on being assholes. Good examples of it, though. Whoa, is that bird? Oh, go away, stupid willow! This bird looks red. I'm gonna have a look. Just gonna... does this work? It's gonna work? Hello? Is it gonna work? Yeah, it's gonna work. Wow. That bird's red. That's so cool. Can you see this bird?
Oh, see what I mean? I'm always kicking something. It's so annoying. Anyway, yeah. I don't know if you saw it. It's not squirrels. It's seem to be red. Is she a rat? Oh yeah, I'm a rat. There. Look at my lovely rat teeth. Somebody stole it. This person is one of the hooligans in it, Blad. I'm a rat. Maybe I should have a rat persona. That'd be cool. I should have a rat persona. Arr. I'm a big, scary, predatory rat. This is the, are you the person who chases people person? Sorry, no, wait. Chases little boys. Yes, apparently I do that. Even though there's like no proof. But yeah, let's just pretend that I do that. That would be kind of funny, wouldn't it? I'm supposed to agree with everything that these people say. Done it myself, need water though and dinner. Yeah, apparently you're supposed to just agree with whatever these arseholes say. This Matt Spurs, I think he's the shouty person, because he's the one who keeps accusing me of chasing kids or boys or whatever. And he went, oh yes, I'm 19, but oh yes, you used to chase me when I was 13. And it's like, I remember an incident where I saw them on, I was about to say the street, but the main road, right, near Nisa. And they started calling me Wolfie and shit and like shouting. And I guess I just snapped that day, and I was on live. I just happened to be on live stream anyway. I just was like recording them and stuff and saying like, leave me alone. And then this boy just came at me. He was like chasing me. But they like chase me though. Like if they see me in the street, they'll just come after me, or like I try and get away from them, and I like try and run away from them. Like that day when that same shouty boy, I guess it's Matt Spurs now, we know his name. I'm gonna call him that, but his nickname is Shouty Boy. Anyway, they were the ones who were jangling the gate, as you know, because it was on the live stream. And they were the ones who was like calling me and whistling at me and stuff, and even shouting for me to come to them. And then when I came to them, like most of the time, as you know, before then, I was actually trying to hide from them and get away from them. But when I couldn't take it anymore because they were climbing into the property, I did come to them because I wanted to get rid of them. And yeah, he was like going on about me chasing him, and I'm like, seeked me, you sought me out is like the past tense of seek. You sought me out. You seeked me out. Bad grammar, that seeked me out, but it sought me out anyway. You sought me out. Like, you came to me. You chased me. You stalked me. Let that be known to the world. They're the ones who chase me and stalk me, everybody. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I see through them though. Like I say, what they do is they goad me into chasing them. And when I do, which I don't in the street, but if they come in the garden, then I will chase them out of the garden sometimes. Well, I know that's what they want, because what they want to do is they want to goad me into doing it, so I do it, and then when I do it, they can say, oh, we were just innocently walking by when this random weirdo just pops up and just started chasing us and scaring us, and then they tell all and sundry and make me out to be the bad guy. That's what they like to do, as you know. As we all know. It's just to make me look bad, really, so that they can have an excuse as to why they harass and bully me. Well, this is why I talk about this stuff. It's not really reacting to them. What I'm doing is I just want to tell the world that actually people are not progressive. These people are just like the problem. I've even been told that I'm the problem, like I'm what's wrong with the world, but no, they are. These people are what's wrong with the world. in it. People like me are the progressive ones. I'm very logical. Because guess what? I have been told stuff. And it makes sense to me. And the stuff is, apparently we're like divine. Yeah, if I was these people and I saw somebody who looked like me and dressed like me, I would just be like, and talked like me. Talk about the things I talk about. I'd be dead interested. I'd want to get to know them. I don't know why these people don't. That's logic to me. I don't know why these people don't. They'd rather just, like, remain my enemies, remain pushing me at arm's length and keeping me at arm's length as someone who that they just, like, make fun of and give me a bad name and reputation. I wonder why people want to do that. I don't really get it. There's no teaching them everything, I think. I mean, they still come to my videos and still, like, do this, don't they? I talk about all this stuff and it's like, it doesn't get through to them at all. They're just, like, they are insisting upon still making me out to be the bad guy and still, you know, like, just not taking any notice to me. It's quite frustrating sometimes because I'm the kind of person who's always wanted to be the kind of person that, like, people listen to, who's like, what's the word? Like, the influencer. But in actual fact, what has happened is I've just ended up being a person that just people don't listen to and just want to make fun of and just go against everything that I say and turn everything so that what I do or say is wrong or bad. But it's like really sad. But no matter how many times people don't listen to me and don't accept me and how I am, it makes me want to do it more. Not because I'm daft and still, like, react to them and still, like, give them what they want. It's just... Oh, this is funny, listen. You hide up in the tree and jump on them. Oh my god, there's a new one! This is amusing! I want to see this! I want to see proof, guy! Get video! Do you know, I'm surprised you hooligans don't film me doing stuff. See, this is how y'all think I do all this crazy shit. You don't have any proof, though. I mean, that's why I video. I make videos to make proof. Like, get proof of how much idiots you all are. We actually have visual proof of you guys coming to me and jangling my gate and shouting me and calling me names and even threatening me. Like, you guys actually threatened me. Like, come here, Wolfie, I'll break your back. You don't. Not that I encourage you to video me, because, you know, as you people don't like being videoed, then I don't want to be videoed either. Not that I really care, but if it's going to be used to spread shit about me, then no. And also to film me, you'd have to film into my garden, I guess. That would be sort of like breaching my privacy. Anyway, enough about me. I want to know who you are. I want to know who all you are who keeps watching my videos. Out of curiosity. So that I can disguise this. What I'm asking is, no timeout. I want to know who this person is. I want to know who these people are who watch my stream. Are you a local? Like, are you one of the shitheads I talk about? The Wolfie people? Gotta be. Because it's only the people around here who keep... Well, these kids, they go on about how I chase them. This particular group, anyway. The shouty boy. Because even when he's talking normally, he still shouts. But yeah, these people, they come to me and do all this shit, and then I've got proof of it, but I still get called the one who does all this weird shit. My name is Martin Liv. Oh my gosh. The local hooligans have got people in London as well. So the people from around here, they text you. They somehow know you and tell you this stuff. Like they tell you, oh yes, there's this person called Wolfie, and they chase people. Like, is that it? Or are you just like saying this stuff, like asking me this stuff because I don't know, I've talked about it before in my videos, or like, who are you? I want to know. I want to know how people find my channel. What kind of people find my channel? Is it the local people from around where I live? Just so I can know if it's conspiracy theory. Conspiracy theory. Right. I've got to just appease my mum because she's going on with herself now. She wants me to do food. So, or maybe this shouty boy is from London. Perhaps. So I won't see him for ages, so he just comes down here perhaps to hang out with his mates from Manchester and harass me. Because I know some of them come from Stockport and Hyde, you know, which isn't as far away as London. But I suppose they come from all around to like hang out with the little mates from Manchester and harass me. I never meet children. You chase her being in Stockport. What the fuck? So why are you still going on about me chasing people then? Like, how do you know I chase people? I want to know. Because the only ones who know, the only one who's I can't speak. The only ones who go on about me chasing kids is the locals from around here. So you must talk to them because they're the ones spreading rumors about me doing this stuff. Like going in trees. Like, I don't know about any of this. This is just rumors I expected were coming from the local children. So I want to know how you are buying into these rumors. Is it just because I talked about this stuff and you've decided, oh yes, let's pretend you do it and say you do it, even though you don't know really, because you never seen me do it. Like, have you seen me do it? I'm just curious. I want to know. Oh, of course you could be lying. You could be one of the local kids and just like pretending to be from somewhere else and pretending you don't know these people just to throw me off. So it feels even more like a conspiracy theory. Could be that. Sneaky. Yeah, this one is definitely one of the shits from around here who accuses me of doing this crazy stuff. Yeah, he's definitely lying. Because how would he know about this stuff? He wouldn't. You know, Issa. You know, Issa, that by the time I'm 100, if I still live here in this area, these kids are still going to be harassing me and calling me Wolfie and saying that I do this and I do that. This person seems to know a lot about me considering he supposedly lives in London. Like, how would somebody from London know so much about me? Or should I say some of the rumours that are not true? So I am suspicious. But they're being very cagey and won't answer my questions. More suspicious. Definitely someone trying to fuck with my head. You're an abuser too. I'm glad I don't need to live near you then. I'm trying to get rid of abusive types. When my mum was my age, she wasn't as advanced as me. So I guess she used to still fall for people who fucked with her head, and it still bothered her. But me, I'm already way ahead of you shit people. I know you're all just trying to fuck with my head, including you, Matt Spurs. I just told you to stop it. I know you're all just trying to fuck with my head. It's a sign of an abuser. Someone with trying to fuck with me more. Because that guy, you know that guy from that gang I told you about, the shouty guy? He asked me out as well. He said he liked me. They don't. They're just trying to fuck with my head some more. I know the type. Don't worry. I'm not the type that just thinks everybody is trying to fuck with my head or everyone's bad. I just know people. Seeing as how I'm over 30, as you put it, I have the knowledge of someone who's lived thousands of years in this short space of time. And I now know the type of person. Because I've had so much experience with people like this. They pretend like to be my friend. They pretend like they like me. Then the next minute they're like making fun of me again or saying something else to throw me off. And it's like, yeah, I know of it and I'm over it now. I understand why some people just want to like disappear, not bother with people though. Because there are a lot of this type that try and fuck with your head. Sometimes it can get to you, I guess. Like someone who's of weaker mindset, who's more susceptible to this stuff, can probably fall for it and probably, be affected by it. Mental manipulation. That's right. I know of these people from experience and also have read about them as well. I've read a lot about, like, narcissists. Narcissists have this, and what else? Borderline personality, sociopaths, psychopaths. I know about all these peoples. And most of the time, they actually start out by befriending you and sort of making you believe that they really like you so that you get sucked in. And then it's usually when that they've got you like in a relationship or like a long-term friendship, and then they start like messing with your head bit by bit. But luckily for me, all these people, they come out as these narcissists and psychopaths and just generally bad people before they've gotten me into that stage where I'm sort of like committed to them. They're a bit stupid, but I'm really grateful for that. I'm grateful that they out themselves like before I'm committed to them. Because most victims of abuse, like I say, they do get sucked into a relationship first and they're invested in the person. And that's why that they're unwilling to leave them. And usually they'll be like, oh yes, I love them. That's why I won't leave them, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, they don't love them. They're just deep in Stockholm syndrome sort of thing. It's like a type of Stockholm syndrome. That these women or men, they believe that they are in love with their abusers. It's like, they're not in love with their abusers. They're just like scared. They're too scared to leave them because it's familiar. They've got them. They're deeply in this manipulation cycle. And this Matt Spurs is one of them. Wait, he's done it in reverse. He's gone from saying, oh, aren't you that girl who chases little boys without even knowing me? And now he's saying that he likes me. No offense, but you're the worst manipulator, abusive, narcissist ever. Bye-bye. The worst. Uh-oh. Hey, why is it all locked up still? I think I've pegged this person. They're trying to make me more intrigued. That's what this person's game is. They're trying to make me intrigued, like, oh, why is this person going on with themselves? Is this person one of the hooligans from around here who accuses me of chasing kids? It's like, wow. I will admit I am a bit intrigued. I want to know your deal. But I shan't get involved with you because I know you're a dangerous type. But unfortunately, I'm a curious person, so go on. Explain yourself and answer my questions, damn it. It's getting boring now. I'm getting bored.
I want to know your manipulation your deal. We all know. Like I say, it's just to get me sort of hooked or whatever. I don't think there's going to be enough for 2 people here. Uh-oh. If I put the whole lot out, then that's too much. My mum's going to go on about how it's too much. You went to school there. So, like, did you start off as one of the hooligans from around here and then went to London? Is that it? Yes, hang on. I'll go get some for you. Maybe I'll turn this on. Oh, will you stop it? No, no. I'm not over there. It's quite amusing, these people, aren't they? Going on with themselves. I'm only saying this stuff because... Oh, look. Maybe we shouldn't feed into these people. Let's just change the subject. Ta-da! This is more cute and fun. Well, he's not answering my question. Like, I did ask before, like how is he thinking that make this person reveal themselves? Just so I know what I'm dealing with. Come on. Fluffers, do your stuff. Don't tell me what I want to know. I'm going to manipulate you now. I haven't asked. Fluffers here is now going to hypnotize you, so you'll tell me everything I want to know. You will tell me everything I want to know and do as I say. Look at Fluffers. Look into Fluffers' eyes. How cute is Fluffers? Cute. First question is, if you have a girlfriend, why are you interested in me? Are you looking to cheat on her? Also look into my eyes as well. At the same time, apparently. You can ask me anything you like. Thank you. I guess that the hypnotizement has worked. Good, Fluffers. You did good. Nah. Cute. Fluffers is great at hypnotizing, isn't she? Isn't she lovely? Especially when there's no... Like, get on with showing my art now really quick before it's dinner time. Wish I had mac and cheese. I should have got mac and cheese. Fluffers is now going to entertain you while I do my food. Puffball, by the way. Can you see Puffball? Is Puffball looking at the camera? Probably not. Can't tell. Does that look right? Let's have a look. I'm just going to go close up. Look at Fluffers. Oh, it's so cute. Doesn't want to look at Fluffers. Hello. Okay. Maybe this person isn't a weirdo from Manchester or whatever. This area. I'm more interested in showing you my art. Don't you just love meeting new people? As one of the good people. Why did I do that? I'm not ready to do that yet. I'm sorry, guys. You'll just have to wait just one more minute. I just need to set up my thing. Oh dear, what's in this? Well, this guy's still not answering my questions, so yeah, definitely still suspicious. I mean, how are you supposed to react to someone who just comes on your live stream and goes, look at you, someone who chases people? How are you not supposed supposed to like think that they're trolling you. That's why I'm suspicious. They come in all like trolly and then act like they're not a troll. It's weird. Suspicious. Personified. I will admit, I'm tempted to sort of give up social media, like people keep telling me to do. But that would be no fun, because then I don't get to show off my cool outfits and my art and shit, and talk about, and force my opinions down your throat like any good cult does. Yes, we're a cool furry cult, and we're going to tell you that furry is the way. Being a furry is the way. And our dad is Jeremiah. Lord Jeremiah. No, tell me about it, Isa. I'm pretty sure this milk is off. I don't know, it doesn't smell very nice. Don't forget, you can join our furry cult if you want to. Yeah, so we can be friends. And you can join my furry cult and let me hypnotize you and manipulate. Oh, I really don't know about adding this milk. It seems to be. It stinks. What do you think? Here, smell it. Smell this milk. Smell it, guys. As if you can smell it. Very funny. If there's hot chocolate, it was. It had like a teeny little bit of like little bits in it, you know. I mean, it didn't taste bad. It just smells a bit odd. But I mean, it's been out in the. I didn't put it in the fridge straight away. I feel bad about that, but I just like. You know, I get distracted. I like to. There's other things I want to do. I don't like putting things away and stuff. Hey guys, did you hear about this other cult? Right, there's this like, I don't know how you describe it, but there was this person, this girl, and she was like obsessed with this. I think it was like a video game or something. Shut up! I hate that thing. It should only peep once, but it peeps like forever. It'll peep forever until you answer it. You know, you open the door. Yeah, obsessed with like this particular video game, and she actually wanted to like live as this video game character, and she met all these other people who they ended up all living together, and they all like just role played like permanently being these characters, and she was like the queen of them or whatever. And they just apparently they had this one guy who just did all the errands and like I don't know, they abused this guy. They just got him to do all these chores. I wasn't born in 1988, no. That does sound familiar, though. I think I do have a social media where it does say that is my birth year. But I actually put it that because it was a particular character's birth year. So if you could reveal where you seen that, I'm not going to reveal it. So I don't want any old weirdo to know my social media. But I'd like to know where you know about that. Because yeah, I mean I can't remember it, but you know I did put that that was my birth year, but that wasn't me. You know, that was the character that I was playing on. As I have account for my character. Yeah. Random birth year. I just randomly put that year, to be honest, but it's not me, it's the character anyway. Random birth year. I wish I'd got the mac and cheese one now because I've already eaten this once. Once I put this on, I'm going to show you guys my art, okay?
I know it's taken me a long time to show you, but we're gonna have to do this really quick though because my mum's gonna start grumbling at me, as you know. Right, Fluffers, you'll have to move. Remind me to put them keys back, Fluffers. Gonna try and get it to the part where I was up to, showing this art off. You'll love this art, Issa. It's so cute. Maybe not that art. This art for definite. All right, are you ready? Are you ready? Now, I'm not sure if this is where we're up to. They're back again. There's Flooper's Mew. Fluffer Puffer number 1. I feel a sense of impending doom, to be honest. So we've got to make this quick. I did this position so you could see all the paws at once. I thought that would be really cute. I did him in lots of positions where you can see his paws. Blurry. Stop being blurry. Paws are so cute. You know it. I think I'm going the wrong way. Lots of sexy stuff. Some lovely art. Kind of screwed up the wings there, didn't I? I think that's how it looked in the picture. That was fun. Some lovely psychopathic art, because we all know I'm a... Hey, this bat's in time. No, I didn't. What is it? What is Dark Towers? What's it about? Jeremiah looking scary. Yeah, here's another one. That's the first one I did looking scary. Fluffy paws. Looking crazy. Oh, shit. I'm sorry, it's Jeremiah that's the crazy one. He's our Lord and Master, isn't he, Issa? Jeremiah, the dodgy salesman. I didn't know what to draw here, like what he's selling. So that's up to like the audience. What would you like? What do you think he should be selling? He should be selling. Ugh. Hang on. I can hear my thing bubbling away. Jeez, I didn't even know it was bubbling. I didn't even hear it. Probably because of all the talking I've been doing. I talk a lot, huh? Oh shit, I had a spill. Right, there we go. I've turned it down now. We've got to hurry because my mum's going to moan at me. I might not get to... Yeah, something illegal. Evil smirk. No worries. So how old are you then, mister? Oh, stop going blurry. This is Jeremiah making his wife carry all the bags from Asda. Walking home. And he carries nothing. Stop going blurry, geez, stop it. What the hell's wrong with this camera? How annoying. So when I go close up, and then this one, it says, wife still wants affection from abusive husband even after he makes her carry the heavy bags home from the shop. The true author, yeah. This is the dodgy salesman. And you remember this one? Cute. I'm very happy with the face. Here we go. For farm. group pictures. Fluffer group picture farm. For Fluffer farm. Oh, you know what I mean. Where Fluffy they are sitting with their tails drooping. Yep, very cute. Like how Fluffy are sitting with their tails drooping. They're so cute! That Spur loved the Fluffers as well. You're so cute. And they adorable. Fluffy paws. I feel guilty now. Oh, look at this one. No, it's too. This one is a bit, I don't know, longer than the other one. Yeah, it's very round. Very round. Cute one. Oh, I can't relax when I think Mum's gonna moan at me, but I really want to do this. I want to show you. Right. That's it for now. I'm gonna have to stop because my mum is gonna moan at me if I boop, boop. So cute, so cute, so cute, so cute, so cute, so cute. I better go now. I'll talk to you guys later. Then it's been nearly 2 hours. My mum's gonna start moaning at me. There you go, some cuteness for you. Some cuteness for you. Goodbye for now. See you soon, hopefully. One of these days I'm just going to do a video where I show my art, because that might be shorter and I can get to the point.